This is a science for science law we have. A over basically science law, you can say three formulas we have. Let me write here. Science law. A over sine A, and here capital A is equal to B over sine B, right? This is a science law. And if you want to write like A over sine A is equal to C over sine C. Here A, B are these small a, B are sides of a triangle, and capital things are angles. Like if I have a triangle like this, in this one, if I will name this thing this side as a, then the angle opposite to this side, that will be A. Okay, or you can name this one as a vertex A. So this is a angle A and this is side A. If we have a B here, so this angle will be B and its opposite side will be B. And then if we have a C here, so this angle will be capital C and this side is C. Do you understand it? So we just have a ratio.
Yeah.
Science law says that we have a ratio between side and sine angle. And we have to take the same. A, angle A, sine A, B over sine B. So A over sine A, C over sine C, you can also consider this one, or you can consider B over sine. I cannot write B over sine A. B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. These are the three formulas. You can also write this one in flipped form. In flipped form means you can write the angles in the numerator. But in that case, the second fraction, in second fraction, angle also written in the numerator. Like you can write sine A over A, but in the second case, then in second fraction, we have to write sine. If you are taking C here, so we have to take C in the denominator. Or we can decide which formula we have to use. It depends on the given things. If we are given angle C and side C and side A, and they ask about the angle A, so just use this formula. If they give us angle A, side A, and they ask about the angle B, so you have to use this formula. And side B is also given.
Yeah.
Like if we don't have any concern of C, so just ignore that one. Then you have to use this formula. And we can take angle in the numerator, side in the denominator. But then be careful for the second fraction. We also have to take the angle in the numerator. If you are taking side in the numerator and angle in the denominator, then for second fraction, do the same thing. Take side in the numerator and angle in the denominator. Do you understand this whole thing?
Yeah.
These are the 6 separate formulas. So we will use accordingly, like which is required. So let's practice this one firstly. Wait a second, please.
Yeah.
Okay, here we have a few questions about science law. And why there is a use of a science law? Why there is a need of science law or cosine law? Basically, when the triangle is not a right angle triangle, in that case, we are not able to find the unknown sides. So then there is a use of science law. Like this is not a right angle triangle, right? And here they said that
Yeah.
we need to find this side. So we cannot use SOHCAHTOA here. SOHCAHTOA is used only for right angle triangles. Remember that. SOHCAHTOA is used only for right angle triangle. Even Pythagoras theorem is also used for right angle triangle. We cannot use the Pythagoras theorem here on it. We cannot use SOHCAHTOA on it. So that's why we have to use Sine's rule. Okay, now you just have to name this triangle according to, let's suppose this is side A, then this one will be, if I'm naming this one A, B, C, then this side will be A, this side will be B and this side will be C. See, we don't have any concern with angle C and side C. Our concern with A and B, right? Because B is given
Yeah.
and A is required. So which formula we will use? I will prefer to use this one. Write the thing that which is required, write that thing in the numerator. If side is required, take side in the numerator. If angle is required, take angle in the numerator. Okay. So I took here A over,
Uh,
what will the formula then? Sine A, right? Then on the other side, what should I have to take? B or C? Definitely I will take B because B is
um,
given. Which
yeah.
we are not given by C or angle C. So sine, and in the denominator, it will also be sine B. And make sure that if we took the side in the numerator for first fraction, we have to do the same thing for the second fraction. Now this is formula will be used. So we will find the answer. Let's calculate it. I will explain this question and then you have to do the next one. Okay.
Okay.
So A is required. Sine. What is the angle A? It's 70 degree. Is equal to B is 4 centimeter divided by sine 92 degree. Right? Now you just have to move this 70 sine 70 degree to other side. On other side, it will in multiplication because on the left side it was in division. So 4 over 4 times you can say sine 70 degree. From where I get this sine 70? From the left side. Isaac, are you getting it?
Yeah, yeah.
Now you just need to use the calculator. And let's find out how much. You can directly just write all these things in the calculator. So you get the answer 4 times sine 70 degree, and in the denominator we have sine 92 degree. And make sure that your calculator is in degree, like it's not in a radian. Here you can see my calculator is in degree. Even in your calculator there will be like a indicator. If it must be D somewhere in your calculator, it's written D or R. If it is
Okay.
R, change into D. If it is D, then it's okay. So if I will change to radian, so we will get the different answer. So this is the right answer, okay? So 3.76. This is our answer. They mentioned that correct to the one decimal place. One decimal place, so we can say A is equal to 3.8 centimeter. This is our answer. Do you understand it?
Yeah. Can I just write it down?
Okay. Okay, I send you the board link as well, so you can join if you want. Inform me when you're done.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote it down.
Okay. Now you have to practice one question. Just practice this one quickly on your notebook. And after this class, you
Okay.
have to send me the picture. And you don't have to check my calculation. At the end, you can check. But firstly, you have to try your best to solve it by yourself.
Okay.
If you need help, just let me know, okay?
Okay. I got x equals 22.7.
22.7. That's the right answer. Okay, now you have to practice one more question related to science law, and then we will move on to the cosine rule. Cosine law. Okay, you have to solve one question from here. Or should I have to explain firstly one question? What do you say? Okay,
Nah, I can do it. I can pick any question.
yeah. Pick
Okay.
from the last row. D, E, F. Which one?
E. I choose
Okay,
E.
I will solve F. If you need help, just let me know, okay?
Okay.
Have you done?
Almost.
Okay.
I got 47.5.
Okay. Just wait a second. Let me check the answer. And remember one thing, always, if you are like directly replacing the values, always take this whole number in the starting of sign. If you are writing like sine 45 times 30.2, calculator will do the multiplication first and then implement the sign.
Yeah,
Do you understand what I mean?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. We have 8 here. 8, 56. 0.73. What's the answer you are getting? 47.46.
I got 47.5. I rounded up.
Yeah, that's the right answer, man. 47.5. So it means that you know how to implement the sines rule. Okay, how we can identify like in which triangle we have to implement the sines rule, or in which one we have to implement the cosines rule. Next rule is cosines rule. Okay, let's firstly understand what is the cosines rule. Well, then we will understand how we can identify which rule will be. Definitely in exam they will not give you here you have to use sines rule, here you have to use cosines rule. There will be just triangle given to you like this, and they said that you just have to find the required thing. They will not, maybe they will tell you like you have to use sines rule or cosines rule, but we have some, in some cases we have to identify by ourselves. Firstly, we have to understand what is a cosine rule. This formula is known as a cosine rule. C square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab cos c. We also have a different shapes of this one. Like if a square is required, then change this formula. If b square is required, just change the formula. Okay, I will tell you just two formulas for this one. From book, it's a bit difficult to explain, so I will write by myself. Oh, you already know about the cosine rule?
Not really.
Okay, so we have different formulas. We just say a square is equal to, I'm writing cosine rule now. Mainly we have two cosine rules, one for side, one for angle. This is for side. A square is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a. How we can memorize this one? We have always three sides, three angles in a triangle, right?
Yeah.
Three sides. I'm just indicating the vertices, A, B, C, three vertices. So the opposite side to this vertex will be known as a, and the opposite side to this vertex will be C, and this one will be B. So we have these three sides. If side is required, like let's suppose side A is required, in that case, use this formula. What formula says? A square means take the square of, or you can say just take the square root of all these things at the end. We will get the side A. If side A is required, this is a formula. What formula says? Square root of the other side will be given to you. Other two sides. Take the square and sum them, add them, b square plus c square minus 2bc and cos A. In that case, this angle will also be given to you. Do you understand it? If I want to write the formula for B, side B is required. In that case, what will happen? I will write a square plus c square Don't include that side which is given here. Other two sides square sum will be written here. And then minus 2AC, not B, AC. Okay. Cos B. This is the formula. You just have to memorize. And for C, guess what will the formula? Can you please tell me?
Um, will it be a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos c?
Good, excellent. You can memorize. Okay, these are the formulas for sides. Like if side A is required, use this formula. If side B is required, use this formula. If side C is required, use this formula. Firstly, you have to name the triangle. Next, we have to talk about the angles. Like if in some case, if angle is required, all like sides are given, necessary sides or angles are given. Like let's suppose angle A is required. In that case, what will the formula? So you just have to say cos A. Then we will take cos inverse. We have to say cos A is equal to, just rearrange this formula. How we can rearrange? We have to say A square minus B square minus, basically no, not this one. We have to say B square plus C square minus A square over 2BC. This is the formula to find the angle A. I just rearrange this one. If you want to learn the rearrangement of this one, what is this? Its format, I can say A square is equal to B square plus C square minus 2BC cos A, right? What I did, I moved this 2BC cos A to this side and A square to this side. So when I will move this thing, this whole thing to this side, so it will be turned into positive, right? So it will be 2BC
Yeah.
cos A is equal to B square plus C square is at the same place, and A square will be in negative. And then just move this 2BC towards the other side. So on other side, it will be in division. Cos A is equal to B square plus C square minus A square over 2BC. Do you understand it? So this is the formula. The other formulas you can generate from here. Like if cos B is required, just write, look, when the angle A was required, so just take away the side A. This side will be taken away, and in the denominator we have a side B and C. So if we have a B, so in that case we have to say A square plus C square minus B square. Okay, that side will be taken away whose angle is required. Like if angle B is required, take away B square. In the denominator, what we have 2AC. Guess the formula for cos C.
It'll be cos c equals a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 2ab.
Exactly. This is the formula. So you just have to memorize two formulas, any two, and then you can easily generate all others, right? We don't need to write all these formulas in the question. We will just write that formula which is useful there in the question. Now let's practice few questions about cosine rule. Okay, two questions in which we have to find the side. Okay, solve the E part. What they said, find the length of the third side. They did not give us pronumeral here, variable, unknown side. Third side, definitely this side is given to us, this side is given to us. We need to find this one. So how we can find it out? We cannot use Pythagoras theorem here. If this was a right triangle, then definitely we use the Pythagoras theorem and then find the hypotenuse. But here we don't have a hypotenuse, we don't have a right angle triangle, so we cannot use Pythagoras theorem. We have to use sine's rule or cosine's rule. Here we are not able to use sine's rule. Why? Why I cannot use that sine's rule? Because for sine's rule, we have
Uh,
four things under
because
observation. Even in this one, we have a four things under two sides, two angles. For sine's rule, two sides, two angles. But for cosine's rule, we have all three sides are under observation and one angle. Okay. So you can see here. So
Yeah.
we cannot use the sine's rule here. Okay, I will explain a bit later, like in detail. Firstly, let's understand the cosine's rule. Okay. How we can solve? Okay, firstly, let me explain this one. I just have to randomly name this triangle. Then it will be easy for me to understand the formula, like which formula. So if this is a, so definitely this side will be known as a, and this one will be C, and this one will be B, right? So which side is required? B. So which formula I will use? I will say B
Yeah.
square, or you can say B is equal to square root. You can write B square, then later you can take square root. If you want to write in the starting, so you can write, it's your choice. B square is equal to A square plus C square minus 2AC cos B, cos B. Do you understand it? If you don't want to write the square root initially,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
then you can write this one later. So now you just have to replace the values. What is a B? B is required x square, right? And that's why I picked this formula in which x is separate. Why I did not pick a square is equal to b square plus c square? Because a side A is given, not required. So if side B is required, so just use the second formula. So what is a A? A is 2.1 square. What is a C? 1.8 square minus 2 times what is a A? 2.1 C 1.8 cos B 94, right? So let's simplify this one further. So x square is equal to, what will the answer of this one? 2.1 times
Uh,
2.1, right? That's the meaning of, so it will be 4.
4.41.
Even you can write all these things directly in the calculator. I will explain that way as well. So 1.8 times 1.8. So it will be 3.24 minus, what will the answer of this? 2 will be multiplied
Uh,
with 2.1 and multiplied by 1.8. So it is
minus 7.5.
7.56 and cos 94. Let's calculate this one as well and make sure that your calculator is in degree. 94. Oh, cos 94. It's a negative 0.06975. When this multiplies, so it will be turned into positive, right? 4.41 plus 3.24. What will the answer of this one? It will be 7.65, and this one will be turned into positive. We just need to multiply 7.56 with 0.06975. Do you understand it? So it is
Yeah.
0.52731. Further, we have to add them. We have to add 0.52731 plus 7.65. So its answer is 8.177. So this is not the value of x. We have to take square root because this is the value of x square. So as we'll take the square root, so x will be equal to SQRT square root of 8.1771. So its answer is 2.859. We just have to write x is equal to 2.9 kilometer, because other sides were in kilometer, so this one will also be in kilometer. Do you understand it? Okay. And if you want to solve it directly, if you have a like ability to write all these things directly in the calculator, so you can solve. But make sure that you did not make any mistake. Okay. Okay. Look, how can I
Okay.
write
Why does
2.1
the, why does the cos 94 turn into a minus?
94 turn into negative? What is that?
It says cos
Just write as it is.
cos
Look, look,
94.
I'm writing
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I see.
negative 2 times 2.1. If you want to put the bracket, you can put bracket 1.8 and then write cos, oh, cos 94. See, what's the answer we are getting here? Here we are getting here because I did not wrote 94. What's happening? I think it's num 94. Yeah. See what's the answer I'm getting? Because I did not put the square root on it. If I will put the square root like sqrt and write all these things in the square root, so then I will get final answer 2.85. Did I get the same answer? 2.85.
Yeah, I see. I was
2.8.
just confused. I understand now.
You want to, okay, I think you can practice later. One question from here, okay? I will send you the PDF of this book. Or you want to practice now? What you say?
Um,
Okay, let's practice.
let me look.
You have to practice this one.
Okay.
I will tell you the answer, but I will not solve here. If you need help, then I will solve. Let me know when you're done with it.
I got 8.14.
That's the right answer, man. Here I solved it in a single step on the calculator, just on the calculator. Okay. So yeah, that's all. That's the right answer. We can verify the answer through the answer sheet. Here is the answer, 8.14. And the last question was 2.86. Now let's practice the question in which the angle is required. All three sides are given to us. If I want to solve the D part, so here, if I will name this triangle as A, B, and C, which angle is required? Angle B. So which formula I will use? Cos B. Cos B is equal to what? We will say A square
Um,
plus C square minus B square, right? In the denominator
yeah,
2AC. This is the formula to find the angle B. Do you understand it?
yeah, I understand.
Okay. Now just replace the values in it. Cos B is theta, means theta is required. What is the A? A is this one. B is this one. C is this one. Right? So A is 4.1 plus, we don't have to take the square of
6.4.
5.7 square. We have to take 6.4 square minus 5.7. Be careful. Here we can interchange, like we can write 6.4 at first and 4.1 later at second place, but be careful with 5.7. Like, do you understand what I mean, man?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, that's great. What is the C? C is 6.4. Just use these values that actually in the calculator. Let's find it out. We have 4.1 square and then plus 6.4 square, and then we have negative 5.7 square, and then we have in the denominator we have 2 times. If you want to write in brackets, so write brackets 4.1 bracket close bracket start 6.4 bracket close if you want to. So this is our answer, not final answer. It's just a cos B. Our main required thing is the angle. Now we will take the cos to the other side. As we will move cos to the right side, it will be in inverse. 0.481707. Include as many values as you want. If we will include more values, so we will get more precise answer, more accurate answer. This is the value of cos theta. So theta will be equal to cos inverse of this whole thing, right? No. Okay. Now we just have to find cos inverse. Cos inverse. You know how to take cos inverse in your calculator?
Yeah, shift and then cos.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the answer we are getting? Make sure that, I'm telling you again and again, make sure that your calculator is in degree, okay? 61 degree is our answer. If we have to write our answer closest to the degree, closest to 2 decimal places, so we have to say 60.223, 20, sorry, 20. This is the answer for D part, question number 3. Question number 3, D, 61.20. 61.20. Now it's your turn. You just have to quickly practice the F part. If I'm going to name this one as A, B, and C, decide which formula will be used here. Cos B, cos A, cos C.
Um, Looking for cos A.
Yeah, what it will be? No, you just need to replace the values. and then at the end rearrange it means move cos to the other side.
It's saying math error when I'm trying to put cos inverse.
You made the mistake in this one, then it's not that. Double check your calculation. Maybe you somewhere you wrote two negative.
No, it's saying math error.
Okay. You are solving directly. Here I solve it
Yep.
directly. Like I took the even I took the cos inverse. Like we can say this formula. Double check your calculation, man. Definitely there is error. I'm getting the answer 46.82. If I want to write,
Oh, I was trying to do cos inverse of 202.1. So whatever that is what I got.
yeah, always it will be in 0 point something. Cos inverse will never give you like if you are calculating for 2 point something, it's always cos and sine's value is between -1 and 1. Okay, this value you will always get between 1 and -1.
Oh, okay.
So what's the value you are getting for this one? I'm getting
I
0.68.
got 200. So maybe I did it wrong.
Are you checking it out or should I have to explain?
I'm checking it out.
Okay. Have you done?
Yeah, I understand where I went wrong.
Okay. Inform me when you complete it.
Yeah, I got 46.8.
That's the right answer. Then we can verify through the answer sheet. 46.83. It's because the next digit is greater than 5, more than 5. So that's why. Okay, that's the only thing we have for cosine's rule. Now we have to understand where we have to use sine's rule, where we have to use cosine's rule. If you observe this data, in this data, you can see two angles and two opposite sides are under observation. Look, this angle's opposite side and this angle's opposite side is given, right? Or under observation. One angle and one side, we don't have any concern with it, like this side and this angle. This angle and its opposite side, we don't have any use of this in our question. This is not required. This, we don't have to do anything with this angle and this side. So in this case, if you have a this case, in all these questions you can see, look, this angle is given, its opposite side, we have to find it out. This angle is given, its opposite side is given. So when two angles and their two opposite sides are under observation, then we have to use cosine's rule. See, in this one, this angle, its opposite side is given. This angle and its opposite side is given. So these four things are under observation, right? So here we have to use sine's rule. We don't have any concern with this angle and its opposite side. Not required, not given. Do you understand what I mean, Isaac? So when we have to use
Yeah,
sine rule, when two angles and their opposite sides are under observation, like something, one of those four things will be required and other three things will be given. But in cosine's rule, always you will see like the angle between two sides, between two consecutive sides, between two adjacent sides are under observation and their opposites. Like all three sides, you can say all three sides and one angle. All three sides and one angle under observation. Here we have to concern with this side as well. We have to find it out. This side and this angle.
yeah,
So when three sides and one angle under observation, in that case, we have to use cosine's rule. Even in this case, you can see three sides and one angle. Three sides are given and angle is required. So we have three sides and one angle under observation. So when all three sides of a triangle and one angle under observation, in that case, we have to use cosine's rule. Here we cannot use the Pythagoras theorem. Do you understand it? When we have to use sine's rule,
yeah.
when we have to use cosine's rule, you can write in your own wording. Sine rule will be used if two angles and their opposite sides are under observation. In that case, we have to use sine's rule. If all three sides of a triangle and any one angle is under observation, in that case, we have to use cosine's rule. Further, we have to decide if angle is required. So accordingly, that formula will be used. If side is required, according to that formula used. Same debate in Sine's law. If angle is required, I will prefer to write angle in the numerator. But then for both fractions, angle will be written in the numerator, sides will be written in the denominator. And if side is required, I will prefer to write the formula like this. We can write in both cases, in both ways. So I will prefer to write the sides in the numerator and angles. So then it's easy instead of flipping later. So I think that's all we have. Next, we have to understand the quadratic formula. Do you know what is a quadratic formula?
No, I understand the quadratic formula. I just sent the list because we had a test on it. So, but I was confused on cosine and sine. Now I understand.
No, it's clear. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, we have an area of triangle as well, like how we can find the area of triangle. Here we have area of triangle. Like we learn from the starting how we can find from grade 6 how we can find the area of triangle. It's very easy. Like you just have to multiply the base with height and divide that product with 2, right? 1 over 2 base time height. But what if
Yeah.
height is not given to you? Let's suppose this is a triangle. This is a triangle. So how we can find the area of this one? In this case, its height is not given to us, right? You can see this height is not given to us or not here either. If height is not given to us, how we can find the area? Base is given, no doubt. If I'm considering this one is a base, this one is a height is not given. So firstly, we have to work out for height. If I'm considering this is a height is always perpendicular to the base, then this one will be a right angle triangle. Here we have to use SOHCAHTOA to find the height. Okay. So there is a simple formula basically. If you want to understand like how they are driving this formula, so we can understand. I was going to explain, but firstly let's check out from here. This is the formula 1 over 2 AB sine C. 1 over 2 AB sine C. This is the formula to find the area of triangle if height is not given. Basically here B sine C, B sine C is representing the height. B sine C is equal to height. Here this is the A. Wait a second. Do we have any other formula? No. We have many cases in this one as well. From where I have to start. Okay, if we have this case in which, if we have Isaac this case in which two
Ah,
sides and angle between them is given to us. So you just have to use this formula 1 over 2 AB sine C. 1 over 2 AB sine C. What does it mean? It means that if let's suppose this is A, vertex B, vertex C. So definitely this side is A, this side is B, this side is C. So how can I calculate the height? Height will be, this one will be a right angle triangle then. If I'm sketching this is a height, this one will be a right angle triangle. This is the hypotenuse. Here I can implement height is required, right? Firstly, I will find the height, then I will multiply that height with the base, then divide by 2, so I will get the area. Height is, how can I calculate the height? We have to use SOHCAHTOA.
yeah.
SOHCAHTOA. Hypotenuse, angle, and hypotenuse and opposite are under observation, right? This is the angle, it's opposite. So OH, in which we have a OH, so, right? Not K, not TO. So sine will be used here, right? We have to say sine 21 degree, sine C. Let's write C. Sine C is equal to what? Sine C is equal to H over
Uh,
A. I'm not writing the values. I just want to explain the formula to you. So we can say
yeah.
height is equal to A sine C, right? A sine C is representing the height. So when I will get the height, I need to multiply this height with base. I need to multiply the height with base and divide this one by 2. That will be the area of triangle. So in like simplest form, we just say B times A sine C. In other words, we can say 1 over 2 AB sine C. This formula will be used when two sides and between their angles is given. So in that case, we have to use this formula to find the area of triangle. This is a direct formula. Otherwise, if you want to calculate firstly height, then multiply with base, then divide by 2, even that thing will give you the same answer. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to practice the questions, you can practice. And I think we cannot complete um, like all these 4 topics. Tomorrow you have a test?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's continue, man. Is that okay
No,
for
it's
you? Like,
fine. Well, I think I have to go now because
okay,
I
okay,
visitors,
okay.
but I think I'll be okay. you can send me the photos of this page, and I can do
This one?
the questions.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I think that's enough for today. So it's okay. See you later.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care.
you so much.
Goodbye. Yeah, please. Okay, bye.